Thank you for subscribing my channel. Please subscribe and like. Now back to the news. Having completed his 5-year stint starring in BBC One crime drama Death in Paradise, Ralf Little was expected to spend more time in the US with his New York-based playwright fiancée Lindsey Ferrentino. The couple, who got engaged in 2018, had put off their wedding for a number of years, initially blaming COVID-19, and have instead focused on work projects in the US, UK and the Caribbean, where Ralf, 44, spends 6 months a year investigating murders as lovable British cop Neville Parker. But despite much-needed stability on the horizon, the pair now seem more apart than ever, sparking speculation whether or not they are actually still together. Indeed, they holiday apart. Lindsey no longer wears her engagement ring, and they haven't referenced each other on social media since June last year, shortly after a Facebook post by the Yale-educated playwright, in which told of a tough week, yet so much love accompanied by a scattering of heart emojis, which prompted a family friend to reach out and reassure her that she was the full package. There was another post 3 months later in September when Lindsey marked her 35th birthday by admitting she was further along than I thought I'd be in some areas. Further beyond than others, hinting her burgeoning career was progressing at greater speed than that of her personal life. But perhaps most tellingly of all, they no longer follow each other on Instagram, a platform especially used by Lindsey to previously document their travels, love of dogs, and even saluting Ralph's popularly in the UK, once jokingly comparing the royal family star to Baines alongside snaps of the actor on front covers of TV magazines, promoting his work on Death in Paradise. By contrast, there was no mention of Ralf following his highly publicized departure from the series last month on any of her social media. Lindsey is currently in the UK working on her latest play The Artist, which is due to start at the Theatre Royal Plymouth next month, and she revealed on Facebook this week she is living in central London while attending rehearsals nearby, but there was no reference of Ralf, who has been in the capital on breaks from his nationwide Two Pints podcast tour, with close pal and former co-star Will Miller. But could their social media silence and continued stance of living completely separate lives just form part of the armory of showbiz's most complicated relationship? Their representatives are certainly adding to the mystery, ignoring all correspondence when asked by Mail Online. Ralf met Lindsey in 2015 when he bagged a part in her stage play Ugly Lies the Bone, during its London run, which also starred as Death in Paradise predecessor Chris Marshall. They began dating shortly afterwards, Ralf relocating to New York, with the Florida native resided in order to live close by to Broadway, the city's theater district, and proposed in 2018 using her grandmother's ring.